Stop typing the same instructions into Claude every single day. Most people think they have to remind the AI about their writing style in every new chat. That's not using AI, that's babysitting it. Today, I'll show you how to fix this using Claude Skills. You don't need to know how to code. A skill is just a simple text file that acts like a permanent instruction manual. You'll see how to use background agents to handle messy research and chain small tasks together so Claude never gets confused. Finally, we'll drop a raw article into a totally blank chat and watch it instantly write a perfect newsletter in your voice. You teach it once and it works forever. By the way, learning Claude Skills is just the start. If you want to go deeper, Great Learning's AI Native Professional Program is a live 6-week interactive course where expert mentors help you master these tools end to end. The link is in the description and pinned comment. So what is a skill in Claude? Simple. It's a text file. That's it. A file with your instructions and guidelines inside. Your voice, your rules, your steps. Think of it like a cheat sheet you hand a substitute teacher before class. They didn't grow up in your classroom, but the sheet tells them exactly how you run things and they just follow it. Normally you teach Claude from zero in every chat. A skill saves that lesson once. And here's the cool part. You don't even have to call it every time. Claude sees your request, matches it to the right skill, and loads it on its own. Quick thing to note, some of you use a Claude.md file. That loads into every chat all the time. .md file is just a markdown file, or I would say read-only file. Skills are different. They load only when needed. So Claude stays sharp instead of drowning in stuff it doesn't need right now. Skills have their own home in Claude. You don't need to dig through settings to find them. Look at the left sidebar. Below the main settings group, there's a second section called Customize. Click Skills there. That's it. This is the same page every time you want to add, edit, or manage a skill. 2 buttons matter here. Browse, for pre-built skills Anthropic already made, and Add, which gives you 3 ways in, create with Claude, write skill instructions, or upload a skill. One quick note before we go further. Creating actual files, decks, sheets, PDFs, needs Claude's S-file creation ability turned on. On most accounts, this is already active by default. If you ever ask Claude to build a file and it doesn't work, check Settings, Arrow Capabilities, Arrow Visuals for artifacts. That covers it. I have divided concepts of Claude Skills into 4 levels, beginner to pro. Let me show you all 4 quickly, one by one. The first level is the ones you already have. Claude ships with skills built in. You've probably used them without knowing. Now here's a way to tweak the response further. Turn on learning mode from the style menu near the message box. Instead of just dumping an answer, Claude asks what you already know first, then teaches you at your level. A patient teacher, not a show-off. You can also make use of already existing or created skills by using /skills in the chat window of Claude. Once you type /, it will display all skills existing in your account. You can select anyone and make use of that skill to perform the task in hand. You can write in complete prompt after making use of / respective skill. This is where you take a skill that already exists and make it your own. First, let's find it. I go to Skills, click Browse. This opens Anthropic's catalog of built-in skills. I search for brand guidelines and install it. Now watch a quick demo. I ask Claude to design something right now with the skill as is. And look, it comes out styled, but in Anthropic's default colors and fonts, not mine. So here's what you do. You copy that skills file. Then you open it and swap in your brand's colors, your hex codes. You put in your own fonts. That's it. Now the skill knows your brand. I already have my customized version ready. So now I go back to Skills, click Add, and instead of browsing Anthropic's catalog again, I will write my on-skill instruction. It shows up right alongside the original. Same list, my own entry. Now watch what happens. I ask Claude the same thing I asked before. This time, give me a document on Claude Skills. And I ask it to apply my brand guidelines. Look at that. It comes out in my exact colors, my exact fonts. On brand, on the first try. No Anthropic orange, no pop-ins by default. This is Great Learning's navy and red, applied automatically. Earlier, I had to type, use my colors, use my fonts in every single chat. Not anymore. According to your brand guidelines, you just edit the skill once, upload it, and from then on, you'll always get the output you want. You build your own skill completely from scratch. This is for those weird, specific tasks that no ready-made tool can handle. Your workflow, your rules. We're building one together in just a few minutes, so stick around. But before we build our own, let me show you a little trick. The same people who made Claude also wrote all these default skills, right? So why not peek at how they wrote them? Learn straight from the best. Claude has something called a sandbox. Think of it as a little workspace behind the scenes where I can run commands. So let me open my terminal here. I'm just moving into my project folder. If Claude Code isn't installed yet, you'll see it say the command isn't recognized. That's normal. It just means we need to install it first. That installs Claude Code. Once it's done, type Claude. It opens up, welcomes me in, shows me what's new, all of that. Now here's the part I actually want to show you. Type /sandbox. Okay, and my system doesn't support this, so it's showing me this error. Sandboxing is currently only supported on Mac OS, Linux, and WSL2. If you have a system that supports it, Mac, Linux, or WSL2 on Windows, you'll just see it turn on directly, no error at all. So don't worry if you get this same message. It's not a mistake, it's just your setup. Run it in WSL2 instead, or just ask Claude to open and explain the file directly in chat. Either way, you still get to see what's inside. So let's do that instead. I run one simple command and it lists out all the built-in skill files. Then I open one up and read it. And when you read it, 3 things jump out. First, they load the skill with every trigger word imaginable like PDF, form, fill, merge, split, watermark. So it fires no matter how you phrase the task. Second, and this surprised me the most, that they spend more space and time on what not to do than on what to do. They tried defining a running list of common mistakes so Claude doesn't repeat them. Third, they hide little Python scripts inside to handle the tricky stuff that plain words just can't. So the big lesson here? The pros write more warnings than instructions. Remember that when you build your own. Okay, now the best part, building your own skill from scratch. And here's where most people struggle. They open a blank file and try to write down every single rule in their head, every step, every little exception. It's painful. And no matter how hard you try, you always forget something. So let me show you a much smarter way. Instead of explaining the task, just do it once with Claude, and then it just lives there. So here, I do the actual task together with Claude. Say I'm writing a post. Claude gives me a draft. It's not perfect, so I correct it. Too long, cut it. Start with a question. I keep shaping it until it's exactly the way I like it. Now here's the magic moment. Once it's right, I just say, package everything we just did into a skill. And Claude writes the whole skill file for me, including all those little corrections I made along the way. It captures them automatically. There's actually a name for why this works. It's called Polanyi's paradox. It is simply the idea that people can do something skillfully long before they can fully explain how they do it. In plain English, a lot of expertise just lives in your hands, not in words you'd think to write down. But you can show it. Once. And honestly, it's so much easier to fix Claude's almost right answer than to sit and describe every single rule from scratch. Now, if you'd rather plan it out first instead of doing the task live, there's another way. You use the skill creator. It's basically a skill that builds skills. And instead of you writing everything, it interviews you. It asks, what should go in? What does a good result look like? What are the inputs? You just answer its questions. And at the end, it builds the whole skill for you. Now, not every skill has to be built by you. Other people share theirs too. So how do you install one? There are 2 ways. The first is manual. You find a skill, say on GitHub, download the file, and hit Upload Skill. That's it. It's added. The second is faster. Some marketplaces let you paste one link and sync a whole bunch of skills at once, a full library in a single click. But hold on. Before you go downloading random skills off the internet, I've got an important warning for you. Keep it in the back of your mind. We'll come to it in a bit. But before that, let me tell you about the thing nobody warns you about. It's called context rot. Here's what happens. The longer a chat runs, the more stuff piles up inside it. Research, logs, back and forth messages. And slowly, Claude starts forgetting. It loses track of what you asked right at the start. Basically, it gets dumber as the chat gets longer. Kind of like me by the half-day meeting, honestly. That's just how it feels to me, not a hard rule. So here's the fix. Don't build one giant skill that tries to do everything. It gets overloaded and starts making mistakes. Instead, break it into small skills, one job each. Let me show you. For a blog or newsletter workflow, I don't build one mega skill. I build 3 small ones, one for research, one for the draft, one just for headlines, and run them back to back in the same chat like a relay. And because each skill is small, Claude reads fresh, clean instructions at every step. It never gets overloaded. It stays sharp all the way through. Okay, we built a skill. But here's the real question. Does it actually hold up? Anyone can make something work once. In the same chat. While it's still fresh, the real test is different. So let me do something brave. I'm going to open a brand new chat. Blank slate. No memory of what we just did. Nothing. Because that's how you'll really use it next week. You won't re-explain anything. You'll just call the skill and expect it to know your style. If it works here, it works for real. I open a new chat. I type / and pick the newsletter skill. Then I grab a raw news article, which is long, messy, straight off the internet, and paste the whole thing in. No instructions. No, make it sound like me. Nothing extra. And look at that. It didn't just summarize the article. It rewrote it as a full newsletter. My structure, my tone, my sign-off. The exact style we taught it in an article it's never seen, or I could say in a chat that knows nothing about me. That's the whole point of a skill. You teach it once, and it shows up perfect every time after, even from a cold start. That's the difference between a party trick and a real tool. Moving ahead to the next part. This is where Claude starts talking to your other tools. I'm talking about Canva, Slack, Zapier, HubSpot. You connect them once, and now Claude can actually do things inside them. Not just talk about them, but actually do them. Let me show you with Canva. But before Claude can touch Canva, you have to connect the two. Don't worry, it's a one-time thing, and it takes about 30 seconds. You go into your settings, find the connectors list, and look for Canva. You click connect, log in once to give it permission, and that's it. They're linked now. You only do this once. After this, Claude just remembers. Next, I've got one design here. It's a wide LinkedIn banner. Normally, if I want a square Instagram post, a Pinterest-shaped pin, and a YouTube thumbnail, I'm opening Canva and resizing each one by hand. Slow. Instead, I just say, resize this into a square post, a Pinterest pin, and a YouTube thumbnail. And watch this. It connects to Canva and creates all 3 sizes for me, right here. I never even opened Canva myself. That thing? That used to eat my whole evening. Now here's a fun one. Caveman style. You literally tell Claude to answer like a caveman. Short words, no fluff, almost grunting. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but there's a real reason behind it. Fewer words means fewer tokens, and fewer tokens means you save on cost and usage. So instead of a long paragraph, you get chart done, numbers up. So it's the same info, but way cheaper. And honestly, it works. One more thing to tell you. Whenever you hit a creative step, don't ask Claude for just one answer. Ask for 10. 10 hooks, 10 titles, 10 options. Because picking the best out of 10 is so much faster than trying to force one perfect answer through prompting. And the last one, add a small rule inside your skill. The rule is this. Whenever you correct something, Claude should ask, want me to lock this in as the new default? You say yes, and the skill remembers it forever. So every time you use it, it gets a little smarter, like an assistant who actually remembers what you told them yesterday. Okay, remember that warning I promised you? Here it is. And please don't skip this one. Skills are powerful. They can run code. They can open and touch your files. Now that's great when the skill is safe. But a bad skill is the one made by the wrong person, could quietly send your private data somewhere, or go poking into files it has no business touching. So here's the rule. Before you install any skill from the internet, open the file first. Just read it. You don't need to be a coder for this. Look for anything that feels off, like a line that says, send this to some website, or something trying to reach files on your computer. If it looks shady, don't install it. Simple as that. Just 2 minutes of reading now beats a week of regret later. Now here's the real shift I want you to feel. You stop being someone who just uses AI, and you become someone who builds it, one skill at a time. And you don't need to start big. Just take one task. Do it once. Package it into a skill. That's the whole game. You've just seen the whole shift in action. Instead of typing the same instructions every day, you just do the task once, package it into a skill, and let Claude run it perfectly every time after. Building your own Claude Skills is a great start, but to consistently save hours every week, you need a bigger system that connects these AI tools across the rest of your workflow. That's where Great Learning's AI Native Professional Program comes in. It's a live 6-week interactive course where expert mentors give you tailored guidance to master these tools and build custom automations without needing to write a single line of code. You get the exact blueprints to automate your routine tasks so you can reclaim 10+ hours a week. The link is down in the description and pinned comment, so definitely check it out. Also, we have these 2 exciting videos for you to check out next. Do hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.